Locally, Your Grace, the Archbishop of the Church of Uganda, Your Grace, the Archbishop of the and all the clergy, forgive us for sounding like we were not paying attention to your sermon. We are only human. We thank you for your words of encouragement. You have told us not to be afraid. We are not afraid. We also know that we are involved in spiritual battles. We need prayers, not only for this place, not only for northern Uganda, but for the whole of Uganda. Your Excellency, the Vice President, Madam Speaker, Prime Minister, Cabinet MPs, fellow mourners, mine is simply to speak as someone who has known Jacob since 1988. I knew him as a young man. He has many friends here. Jacob belonged to the whole of Uganda. When a tree is still standing, even if you are short as me, if you are far away, you can think you are as tall as the tree. But when the tree falls, you realize its true height. Today, we have all seen the true height of Jacob. I want to thank Mourners L'okori. You gave Jacob to the party to which he belonged. On behalf of the L'okori and now people at northern Uganda. The party he belonged to gave Jacob to the whole of Uganda and the world. We are here to celebrate what Jacob gave, not what he took. Jacob was a giver. To the children, Akim said it best. The only debt you have to pay is filling your father's shoes. Your father has left you with a passport, more valuable than a diplomatic passport. Because whichever office you go to, you only have to say, I'm a son or a daughter of Jacob Oulanyah. Whoever is in that office will stand up to receive you. Make yourself worthy of that passport. Don't assume that passport. And we are here to tell you off in case you are bringing shame to that passport. I believe that there are kinds of leaders. There are situational leaders. Those who see a situation and take advantage of it, then they become leaders. Then there are transactional leaders who carry out a trade. Give me, I give you. Jacob was not a situational leader. Jacob was not a me kind of leader. Give me, I give you. Jacob was a transformational leader. One who sees something and wants to add value. Jacob lifted up many children. Jacob was educating hundreds of students. Jacob started a radio station. Jacob was involved in cooperatives. Jacob was the biggest promoter of attack sugar. Jacob was our voice in the nation. Above all, Jacob supported the Church of Jesus Christ and even the Muslim faith and all other believers. That is the Jacob that I know. People are saying, why is Mao and Chief Justice Owindoro talking a lot? You may not agree with what we are saying, but we beg you to understand. Just understand what we are saying. Because I know Jacob would be doing for me what I'm doing for him now. The other day when I went to speak at the NRM Secretariat, people were saying, now he's gone to NRM. If I were the one who had died, and DP was hosting my memorial, Jacob would come to DP headquarters. I knew who he loved. He loved very many friends. Jacob had support from all over Uganda. You will be surprised that among his strongest supporters, even for the race of speaker, was the Busoga caucus. You will be surprised. You know, I understand Africans are superstitious. When you are dead, they all feel they must say only good things, fearing that you may do something to them. So even those who mocked him while he lived, now are praising him to the heavens. To the young people, before you take up leadership, be ready. Jacob was ready by the time he assumed office. He was our speaker in Makerere University. He was a pillar of support to me. Jacob was kind. When I collapsed one time in 2014, Jacob called every general in Uganda, telling them to find a helicopter to take me from Gulu to Entebbe. General Temawine should be here. Jacob called him like 20 times. General Mao is dying. What will you tell the people if Mao dies? You always say you are the biggest general. You order a helicopter to go and take Mao. Jacob did that for me. When I was campaigning for parliament, Jacob gave me his entire salary so that I could come and fight here. I believe we are mourning because we knew what he still had to offer. So what do we give back? We have started the Jacob Oulanyah Education Foundation. The directors are people who are reputable. We have got the Chief Justice as the chair. We have got the Speaker of Parliament among the directors. I am there. Honorable Norbert L'okori, who is the chairman of the NRM Entrepreneurs League. He is there. We have got Senior Counsel Francis Gimara. We have got Mr. Francis Emuna, his brother. We have got his sister-in-law, Sarah Yodon. And we have got Franco Tembi, Counsel, Director of Law Development Center. And another friend, Stephen Kajubi Sepuya. People are attacking their Choli leaders, attacking our MPs, that they want to receive money from government. That is untrue. When we launched this foundation, it is the Acholi community that put together the first 165 million shillings. 165 million shillings from the Acholi community towards this foundation to take care of these children and other dependents. Now, the Speaker of Parliament, through a motion moved by Honorable Beatrice Anywa, has announced that members of Parliament individually are contributing a total of 554 million shillings towards that foundation. I'm saying this because people talk a lot how they will love the children, how they will visit them, how they will take care of them. The moment the body has been lowered, that is it. Me, I'm a straight talker. I don't want to pretend. I'm 65 years old. I think I'm old enough to speak my mind. Let me conclude. We saw Jacob alive. People said we were bribed to come back and deceive the country that Jacob was alive, whereas he was dead. How much money should you pay me to deceive Uganda? How much money should you pay the Chief Justice? How much money should you pay son Ezra, who saw him, to pretend that he was dead, but deceiving people that he's alive? How much should you pay the daughter, Diana? How much money would you have to pay the Speaker of Parliament or his brother? I believe very strongly that we had the privilege of seeing him. The only word they heard him say was the Chief Justice's name, Chigamoi. He opened his eyes and saw us. Tears were streaming out of the corners of his eyes. It was as if he was telling us, don't cry for me, I'm crying for you. He was crying for us, crying for actually northern Uganda, and the world in which we live. I wish, Jacob, my brother, you are alive to see the love that people are showering you with. You should be here. I know the world did not treat you as fairly as you deserve. But that is the world. We are in the Easter season. Can you imagine Barnabas winning an election defeating Jesus Christ? Yes, that's how the people of Jerusalem voted. Jesus lost. The world is not fair. Tomorrow, the Chief Justice has convened the meeting of leaders here in the compound of LALOGI. That is where we shall talk our issues. That's where we shall sort out all the issues, how he died, his illness, all those can be sorted. We are first going to put him down. And me, Archbishop Emeritus, I will not keep quiet. Atoa kidoga. Uno dami Jacob Oulanyah onero kido maguyamu berikanywe. Jacob pero chero la ling. Ubiru we odanwe witeng. These matters of Uganda require now the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Not just about Jacob, but the whole of Uganda. Let us think bigger. One day a man and his wife went back home and found that their house worker who helped them at home, a lady, they call them house girls, had packed up and left. But she had cooked food and put it on the table. Very well prepared. Nobody was there to receive them, only the cat was there. So the wife looked at the husband and the husband looked at the wife and said, why do you think this lady left? Said, we don't know, but she has cooked. Should we eat? Then they said, no, she could have put poison in the food. Then they said, why don't we give the cat some of the food? If the cat dies, then we know that it was poisonous. If the cat does not die after about 1 hour, we can eat. So they called the cat, puss, 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 puss. The cat came. They gave the cat each a bit of food from every plate. And then they stayed talking. Then the neighbor ran into the house and said, oh, Mr. and Mrs. So-and-so, your cat has died. So but the cat had taken long without dying and they had eaten. Unfortunately. So they now looked at each other and said, well, the cat hadn't died within an hour. We ate, But now the neighbor says the cat has died. They now knew they were dying. So the man said, my dear wife, this house girl left because she was pregnant and I was responsible. I want to confess before I die. And then the wife also looked at the husband and said, sweetheart, dear husband, you know Junior, who you love very much, that one, the father is your driver. You are not the father. Sorry. Since we are dying, we may as well exchange the truth. Then the same neighbor who had told them the cat had died ran in the house again and said, oh, Mr. and Mrs. So-and-so, a car knocked your cat. They said, what is this? You mean it was not poison? You mean we are not dying? But they had already told the truth to each other. These matters of Uganda are at that level now. Because if we don't tell the truth, we may die. Fellow mourners, me, Chief Justice, the Speaker, Health Minister, and a mourner went to Seattle. We left you praying. We quarreled with those people who went to demonstrate outside the hospital. We asked God, give us Jacob back alive so that we can walk with him through the VIP lounge with him walking with swagger as usual. We asked God. God decided not to give us Jacob. We told God, don't make us be ashamed. Don't ashame us. Don't let those demonstrators laugh at us that your man has died, no matter what you do. Whether you fly him in Uganda Airlines, whether you spend millions of dollars, we told God, save us from that shame. Jacob died and we came back with our heads down. A preacher from St. Francis Chapel, Makerere, told us that sometimes God can answer your prayer the way you want. Sometimes God can refuse to answer the prayer. But sometimes God decides to do something else that you didn't even ask for. So now I'm here to send Jacob. Jacob, you are listening. You are meeting people like LALOGI is there. You are meeting Walter Otora. You are meeting General Kena. You are even meeting the man we call First Blood, Brigadier Pierino Kwaya. Tell God that since he has not given us what we wanted, let him do something in this country. God, please do something that nobody was expecting. Because we don't know what you want now. Since we don't know what God wants, we can only say now, God, do whatever you want. Because we know whatever you want will be in our best interest. Jacob wando oriba tino megini mukene kunu but dogi bodu ba wayni joni tika deru chanta to ba ko binu tim gimu mo o nyutimu mo ma wande ko waron bi ko ne e do mier be dina be. God must do something good. Jacob was our trailblazer. When he was elected speaker, he told me, Norbert, now I'm already the speaker. I was your speaker in Makerere, you are the president. What are you still waiting for? I said, Mr. Speaker, sir, the traffic jam is too much. And then he laughed. We are still in the jam. May Jacob's soul rest in eternal peace.